very good morning to you, our dear viewer. This is Luntha Television's press review, Thursday, 23rd November 2023's edition, and today you're with me, Robert Edward, and my colleague
Emmanuel George.
Who will take you through the nation, and my colleague will be going through the Daily Times. It's just our perusal of the daily papers, and we'll go straight. I'll start with what's in the nation. On the front page, opposition queries budget trimming, and there is another story, Kama for more spending cuts. So the first story by Egan Temangombe, representatives of opposition parties in parliament yesterday queried budget cuts to government ministries, departments and agencies, and limited access to capital by small and medium enterprises, SMEs, in the mid-year budget review statement. Delivering the response to the mid-year budget review statement that Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs Simplex Chichola Band expressed have been presented in Parliament on Monday, Democratic Progressive Party DPP spokesperson for Finance in Parliament, Ralph Juma, said the reforms were hastily implemented and may not achieve intended results.
The Daily Times, we have a story here. It says, raise imported car taxes, IMF. The story is on page 3. Barely 5 months after second-hand vehicle importers threatened to take Malawi Revenue Authority, MRI, to court over its decision to introduce a fixed duty on vehicles, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, seems to add salt to injury. This is because the Bretton Woods institution has cited a raise in imports taxes on vehicles and the updating of fuel formula among 4 policies actions. It says it can help Malawi to contain the growing demand for used motor vehicles, which it blames for driving the demand for fuel.
So this is this is what people always describe to say we might be independent by words, but by action we are not. You see, these people, these IMF people, they are trying to now. Not they're trying. If this story is anything to go by, one wouldn't stop one to indeed insinuate that these people are trying to control control Malawians. We have presented ourselves so desperately to them, and they have. So they have seen we can be, for lack of better words, puppets. They can tell us what to do. And now, they want that. I'm sure government cannot go in that line of thinking, and they cannot even start discussing about that, because this is what the late Professor Bingo Butarika once argued at a certain international forum when organizations like these were against him to introduce the fertilizer subsidy program.
Yes.
Then this is what our former president, the late said, you know, our people, amapita ogalima atamangira mpango bamimba msalu bamimba from morning to afternoon. Amalima alibeja kuja china chijose, and then you come and then you buy from them at a very cheap price. And then I'm trying to introduce a subsidy so that they should be producing more. So that when I'm going by cheaper prices, as it comes from the is there anything wrong? So in the same vein, I'm over for somebody to have a car, and then even if you work that hard and you want to buy a vehicle, and then somebody should be coming and also put. I don't even know how even these stories. Me sometimes I don't even I begin to question these editors. Okay, my editors, sometimes I question them. But these are the kind of stories that if I was the editor, I'll throw them in the bin. I'll say this is not a story that is advancing anything for a common Malawian.
Kuti aitai uri mmene mone uri kuipanga throw away amalawi asaitire nkutsango zindikira zikuchitika.
Nkhani ndiyakuti it wasn't supposed to even be discussed, okay, in any way. In the first place, IMF, they were not supposed to even start thinking that way, because kuno honest moyo wathu ndovuta kale
kwambiri and what second hand one amene amakhala kongati it's not everyone amene lulu
okay let's even look at the best okay titati chabudo timuyangane munthu amene anapereka suggestion imeneyo kuti bwana iniyo maendera galimoto yanji galimoto imene akuuzeni mumfunsa kuti galimoto ndira second hand akuza kuti ili ndilanyuwani chifukwa chani nakaligula chifanana ndi ndrama zokwanisa anthu akuti amaganiza kuti amalawi amagula zinthu za second hand sikufuna it's because of kuchepekedwa so because munthu atakhaza kuti ndrama zokwanisa you simply go to Toyota Malawi and buy a brand new vehicle koma people would import from Japan used cars chifukwa chokuti they want to at least with the little they have they can be living comfortable. So I think that's not even be a topic of discussion. I know kuti panthu enake adovu I know kulapena ake dovu matathoza kawiri dovu makhaza susuka ndi dovu ina makhaza matathoza kuti munthu ndi good cause for us already muti paramulisa. I think I should go to another story. Kama for more spending cuts wants Chakwera to kill AIB slash officials freight. OBC Kunkuyu unrealistic. President Chakwera's newly unveiled austerity measures have come under more scrutiny, with Consumers Association of Malawi asking him to trim the size of his cabinet, reduce government expenditure and control public debt. In a statement made available to the nation yesterday, my executive director, John Capital, also asked the government to reduce the presidential entourage and fleet of cars on local travel, alongside the number of security personnel that line up along roads and public rallies during presidential trips and activities. But I think there is a reaction from government.
Yes.
I'm just saying yes, said Kalindiza, when the principal secretary and directors reach their age, they do retire. Government cannot afford to keep those who functions are obsolete unless he has few individuals as examples. And the Minister of Information is saying, let us believe in the president. Yeah, so what do you think? I should be asking you, what do you think?
No, I'm the one who asked you. What do you think? Was
I think Agabit is only becoming a believer because these are the things that people have been saying. But the president and all other presidents, these things, amazimva ngati munthu akwatokwana. And then kumakhala anyamata achina Kunkuyu achina Kalindiza akwa SPC ukoko amakhala anyamata cover the boss, you know, no president sakabangizi management and all that. Suffice to say, it's for the good of Malawians. And for this, when I'm here, Madauda, for the Mafusa Ife, Garaboma. Nangasawa is Menaka put a president. I'm going to this. Yeah, so there is, without referring to the current government or previous government, somebody said, a thief who has got no opportunity to steal thinks he is just. Again, I'm saying, without referring to the current administration or the previous administration, but this is just a line of thinking that somebody advanced. I don't know, yeah. Bomali mukulapisa ino mukuba chifukwa kuti niyo mulibe mwayo kuba mwakangopita lero mazikuti akwenda sandine mbava foyeso wakhala kuba. Okay, so what do you have before we go to business?
Yeah, we have a story here. It says court grant ADMAC ex-workers relief. Industrial Relations Court in Mzuzu Magistrate has granted Agriculture Development and Marketing Corporation ADMAC former employees an injunction that stops their former employer from evicting them from their institutional houses. The 4,062 workers are still occupying ADMAC houses, which are spread across the country, as the grain trader is yet to settle repatriation allowances. Apart from the repatriation allowances, the ex-employers are demanding their pension fund and paid salaries for the skeleton staff public holiday pay, and 4-hour overtime, among to 3 billion Malawi kwacha.
To me, that is justice being served. That court relief is it's to me. I think it's company ja mamojosa. That agojosa. Komano. Simuna mpasi drama zake mtu. Nemufuna na umugazo ragajoka. Azipita kuti. Apita kumudzi. Azipita kuti. Kuna anthu ena maganiza banja. Ine sometimes anthu eno. Anyway, I'll go to business. SMEs urge Treasury to formalize incentives. Chamber for Small and Medium Enterprise Association SMEs has urged Treasury to come up with incentives to stimulate growth of the sector to enable players to contribute to the tax net. The appeal follows an announcement by Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs Simplex Chalabanda in the media budget review statement on Monday that all businesses operating in Malawi with a turnover 5 million and above must have a verifiable active and the operation of bank account and be properly registered for tax. In an interview on Tuesday, SME Executive Secretary James Kiwusi observed that while formalizing the SME sector brings more opportunities to the players, including access to financing, their activity contribution to the tax basket will depend on whether business are growing. Okay, so in this kind, okay, a minister ananena kuti business iliyonse imene imakhala ndi turnover ya 5 million yenera kukhala ndi verifiable bank account, and they should be registered as miso. You understand?
Yeah.
Koma dzulo wina wake MP ndithu anachita age parliament ndakuti ino makobidi amene talandira kwa IMF ndi austerity measures zinthu mmene zikukhalira zikukhala ngati kuti palibe ndalama zimene akuzitenga kuti azipititse ku mabanki, kuti mabanki ajakhale ndi ndalama cholinga kuti munthu unopanga business azipita banki unyanga makangongola. Akakangongola ndalama munthu uja ku banki azipezeka zoti no akuchita business yake uja kupanga ndalama kupanga so contribute kumabilika majani mataxes. Abela rango zozo nda Ayemia Jahana is one controversial, and sometimes others have described him as one who sometimes is seem to be speaking out of context of the business on the fraud. But yesterday, something different. Yesterday, Honorable Jahana was very much on point. Okay, so this was his line of thinking. You're saying, Kuti, what if you take Ndrama, I think it was around $5 billion, and you give it to the Reserve Bank should give it to the commercial banks.
Yeah.
Okay. Tibweze ngongoli, tizibweze ngongoli zija, because bomba nditso ngongoli zambiri ndi mabanki. So mabanki ajama kazo ndrama ndizochepa. Ndeno kuti mupite mukangongolola ane ndifana nambe business ya taking orders ndi ngongole ku banki. Kuti banki ija ikwasene ngongole ichi sinkhondo yake ya. Mwena wanu makakwere phiri ndi zina zotero. Kumana mani yoti mabanki ndrama zamakazo alibe zotani. Uzokwana ndangase ndrama zambiri anazipitisa kuboma kuti ngati ngongole. Boma lija sizi kulani? Sili kubweza in time. Ngongole ija nzambiri mbiri. And now amafuna kuti ndrama izizi zipite ku mabanki abweze. Na akabweza ndikuti mabanki ajakhala ndi ndrama. Inu muzili mukati mukupita kumene kuja mukangongola ndrama. Suti muzichita kuchedwa kwambiri. They will be giving you. So this is it. At the same time, aboma abanga announces at the same time and also kuti somebody is coming in to say ochita import magani moto yemuyike vuta sinthu zokuti zikusempana zokazoka. So my business ngono honestly akufinyika because they cannot get enough capital for yori kuma banki kuma lobby ali kuboma ena aga manena zoti mukapita pa ATM panova munthu mairo pemphirira kaye kuti ndi ATM udaba ATM ili pa service center ya banki kumasiku kwi makobidi mulibe so sayikamo bwana ukufuna kwawo makobidi anabwera.
Consumers for more austerity measures. Consumers Association of Malawi, KAMA, has outlined 11 measures the government should adopt in attempt to cushion Malawians from the effect of the recent 44% devaluation of the kwacha. Kama proposed an immediate stop of affordable input program, which it says has failed to help Malawi to achieve food security over the years.
Quickly rushing to sports. On the back page of the Nation, Namu Gambles on Africa, Tony, says Queens will still take part without preps. Netball Association of Malawi NAM says the Malawi Queens will still take part in the forthcoming Africa Netball Championship even without preparations. The 10-day tournament scheduled to throw off this Sunday in Gaborone, Botswana, but with 3 days to the continental showbiz, the Malawi national netball team are yet to start preparations due to lack of funds. NAM General Secretary Isaac Chimwala said in an interview yesterday that pulling out would have far-reaching consequences, including a fine of at least $5,000, about 8.5 million kwacha, and the sanctions as well. Yeah, so that's the story.
Okay. Here we have another story. It says Mabedi still positive despite loss. Malawi national football team coach Patrick Mabedi has said his charges have a great potential to bring good results in all competitions. The Flames went down 1-0 to Tunisia in a 2026 World Cup qualifier at Bingo Stadium in Lilongwe on Tuesday after opening the equalizer with a 1-0 beating the Liberia on Friday. Malawi currently lie third with 3 points in Group H of the qualifier. Msaikini Yusuf scored a lone goal from the penalty spot after the defender Loles Chazia fouled towards the end of the match. Flames.
Wow. So yeah, Flames. And on that note, why don't we conclude? Mafuna mnene bujina jange ba Flames.
Yeah, Flames, right? Flames you sell it up and despite entire said gentleman not the Flames you sell it up koma Mabedi is doing a very good job, and naona kujinya la Liberia zinto zoti Flames ikaenda imaluza. I still have hope in this team that Mabedi is building. Let Mabedi abange timu yake imene yeyo akufuna not ena adzimuza zochita. At the end of the day we're going to see great results. Muntu akabanga misbehave
could misbehave but
okay ndikufusene what Gaba did. I'm sure Gaba, this is not the first time I've travel. Gaba amaenda. Now him saying abuda maona ngati ndege ndia 1 o'clock ndege 11 o'clock. I'm sure he has been
but is it the first time for you to hear when somebody has missed the flight? Because there are a lot of things that makes there are a number of things that would make someone
but I feel like Penabagi he did that remind.
Okay, and now is it not what people are discussing to say maybe Gaba is having and all sorts of things with there are some relationships going on and all that. Do you really think he was really dropped out of squad just because he missed the flight? Do you really think that? Because
nowadays all that is so even atanena kuti Gaba amusia antasanambe kulankhula.
You knew it wasn't about the
no
flight.
I was aware of kuti anthu alumikiza nkhani ndi zina zisakuselisa.
Yeah, but you know, from a layman's point of view,
yes,
you know, nowadays this is 21st century.
Yeah.
This is 2023,
yeah,
and things have gone so advanced. Nowadays, people will agree with me to miss a flight. Yeah, it's a problem, but not really, because there are a number of options. And you can miss a flight whenever you have. The next flight is going to come on Saturday. And actually, 2 days. I think it was 2 days before.
Farm made arrangements. They wanted, yeah, but the coach had to say, no, let him watch.
Anyway, I'm just because Mabedi is a good coach.
Yeah.
To me, and the Gab as well is a good striker to me.
He is.
And then if we start fighting, now, okay, what is it doing? Is it doing good, really bad? It's not. I don't know if these people are saving their egos. Then the one who's going to be on spotlight will be the manager himself, because this guy is a striker. His job description to the nation is not in terms of accountability. Mabede is more accountable. Okay, so if leaving Gaba is going to put his accountability on the spotlight, I mean, by the end of the day, it's Malawians, yes, but him as a person, because Malawi akangoyamba kuti frames ikunguruza. I mean, azimuloza za Gaba, azimuloza za Mabede, and you know what Malawians can do.
I know.
So, yes. So by the end of the day, we will nchiro yake to make sure it's genuine. So we just have to put down all the egos and what.
At the end of the day, you know what I wanted to say is despite what akhale basi. Ineyo ndimane kuti Mabede anapanga decision yabwino because anakakha kuti ndi player wina wake. Are you telling me kuti anakakha kuti sigaba etingoyerekeza wina ndi mpasi anachinya ku Liberia kucha kuti ndege inamuthawa. Kodi with these people anakapanga the very same arrangements kunena kuti player Friday yamuthawa. So you know what, no one is bigger than the one.
No. I think that's pamena amayo timala kwisani pamene bobo. If you look at Messi, if you look at Ronaldo, no, okay.
Those are very. I'm a great impact in a team. Yes.
Okay, but they're not bigger than the team.
Yes.
Okay. And if something could happen to these people, I don't think a federation, organization for a football federation organization for their countries could fold hands. I don't think so. Okay.
Yes.
Because it's not a good. However, they are bigger than the team.
No.
Okay, but we look at Nchelo Minama Bulisa Kudimo. It may not be good as a Gajinya and Gaba. But you know what happens in the game of football. That's not like Mutu Jagangolo, or you know, in your Taija Drogba, his last days go shows. Wakamuzori, Mutu Banga before. Kumano, Agamoma Wesa. You know, I'm a Bulisa. You know. Abazoto ojinyanso siye walwa the last 10 minutes sana jinye ngomano kulowa kweke kuja kwabagisa kuti
impact yake
muna it's a game of mind amakazo anthu aja ma defenders aja mabasota you understand? So we could have put down everything. It's not about any Gaba. I cannot defend him and I cannot defend Mabede as well. All I want is these whatever these guys. Not what I can be done. All about we don't care. What we want is frames. It's a winner.
Okay. The thing is, Nkanye ndio dantu. Kalibasi. We want our abwelele ku national team.
Yes.
Akwa jiso kuzintu zizita. At the end of the day.
Yes.
It's not going to affect before we must see it. I don't think it would okay at udanda alright.
Come at the end of the day. So ngani ina mene yandi baya ya ma queens utata alibe drama ma queens kuta gonzegele for the tournaments. Kuni zimena mabanga ma queens zindekuta amana if it doesn't click in us. I would want. Okay, I can put myself on the spotlight to offer myself to say, those people who are in the Nedibo administration, if you want some wisdom, please consult some of us, because we will give you some wisdom and advice from the point of patriotism.
The Queens in Agasewina Bunja, Dangolji in a competition.
Yes.
Do you remember Gudi Ankaganiga Buddha Bidamene? Yes. It was Prophet Shepherd Bushili who had to offer. Atsikana pitani.
Okay.
Anapeleka drama. I don't know which majiri condition.
Okay. Do you know that when age amabanga age kuti muraiga olo kambali ka basket kama Queens ma shoprite ose mai muno. Ma Queens iwi yama afunika apite kwa kuti magobidi tilibe. Tazibonya muzuzo ranthu akuzoika mu drama.
Yes.
Because these people they perform even more than the chief frames and Panga perform. So I don't know what I mean. I go sports council kunamu and you know, if you have learned out of wisdom, please come motivate and we are going to give you some advice based on patriotism and not technicalities, because I know you call yourself technocrats and whatever, but tima advice to it that Queens cannot be running out of funds Malawi Momo. On that note, I'm Robert Edward and I was with my friend
Emmanuel Georgia.
We just went through some stories and we have left a number of stories. Go read, including what has just happened in Israel-Hamas war. There seems to be an agreement for some 4 days.
Tikumbutsani news yone kuti yakwera. Yakwera news ndi 2000.
Yeah.
Daily Times in the 2000.
This is 2000 as well. Yeah, the reasons are obvious. And until next time, see you soon.